Listen, I love a good Christmas cookie as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just get sick of seeing the same old snowman, Santas, snowflakes, etc. And you want something a little unique, maybe a little spooky. So today we are going to make 2 different cookies inspired by the classic Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually did this last year and I had a lot of fun with it, and now I actually know what I'm doing. And the video flopped. It got nothing, zilch. And that is not acceptable because this cookie is incredible. It's so fun and festive and creepy and cute, and we're gonna make it. We're also gonna make another one based off of the spider paper cutout that Jack makes. So 2 basic sugar cookie recipes with a lot of fun embellishments. Let's do this. So here are the ingredients that I will be working with today, minus the sugar cookie portion. The first thing I'm going to do is make my sugar cookies. I'm only going to do 1 batch because I don't need too many of these. Once I get my dry ingredients ready, I'm going to get the wet ones started and get that all blended together. Then I'm going to separate the wet ingredients into 2 different bowls because I'm going to add cocoa powder for the spider cookies. Once my dough is separated and wrapped up, I'm going to put that in the fridge to cool, and I'm going to start on my white chocolate bows. I put them in the microwave on a low heat setting and just put it in there for increments of 30 seconds. And just keep stirring them until they are completely melted. And then I gently dab that chocolate in the mold. And I'm going to use this cake pop stick to just kind of push around the chocolate. It only takes a few minutes for it to completely harden. And there we go. Look at that bow. Perfect. Except this one. Once my dough is all cool, I'm going to get that parchment paper out, lay that dough down, and start rolling it out. I found that this cookie cutter was really perfect for the shape of that wreath. I just love it. Look at those. Perfect. I like to keep them a little thick too because we're going to have Rice Krispies on top. So better thicker than thinner. I'm going to roll out my spider dough now and get that hexagon going. The dough for that kind of looked like slabs of meat. I don't know. And while that is heating up, I'm going to prep my cookie dishes. And like 10 minutes later, they're all done. Okay, so everything seems to be going well with the cookies, and now we're just gonna let them cool down, and in the meantime, I'm gonna make more of those white chocolate bows. And then we're gonna move on to the Rice Krispies. Now it's time to get that jam on that sugar cookie. I went for raspberry this year because the strawberry wasn't the right color I was looking for. But you can honestly use any flavor of jam that you want and it works. Now it's time to get those Crispies going. I'm gonna melt some butter in the pot, and once that is all good and spread around, I'm gonna get those marshmallows in there. Now that the marshmallows are like a soup, it's time to add the flavoring and then some food coloring. I didn't want to put too much because I feel like you can taste the dye, but I definitely didn't want to add too little because I want that nice rich green color. Time for the Crispies, and this is when it gets really hard to stir. So now that the Crispies are looking pretty good in texture and color, it's time to put them on the cookies. And let me just forewarn you that you might scream, you might cry, you might do both. This part is just pure agony. I hate it. You get some on there and then it just pulls away and you have to start all over. And you want to just throw the entire cookie against the wall. And then, of course, you add your little red balls, your little red sprinkles there. And keep adding more crispy and contemplate why you're doing this in the first place. Look at this. It's like ridiculous. But you just keep going. You just keep making them because you've come this far. You're not a quitter. So you have to finish. It is like the best adhesive. Maybe I should just use marshmallow for my crafts from now on. But something that I managed to realize along this whole process is I washed my hands a couple of times, and when I went back to get more crispy, it didn't stick to me. So I started dipping my fingers in water and then placing them, and it was easy peasy. No issues, no sticking. So if you do this recipe or do anything with Crispies, I highly recommend dipping your fingers in water here and there. And it makes a world of difference. That revelation is seriously a game changer. Dip your fingers, have a little bowl of water and dip your fingers in it and then place a bit and then dip and then place a bit, because it's like the buildup of marshmallow on your finger that it becomes like a catastrophe. I mean, you saw me. I like slammed my fist against the counter because I was so frustrated, because it's like it gets stuck and then it all comes apart and then it's like anyway, the hardest part is done. So now let's move on to the fondant. For making the eyes and the teeth, I didn't really do any specific measuring. I just kind of eyeballed it and cut out the size that I wanted, and they surprisingly fit just fine. Now to add those little pupils with some decorative icing, and we are completely done with these monster wreaths. They just look so fun. I love them. Okay, let's go and ice those spiders on the hexagons. I'm a little nervous because my icing is always runny. So hopefully that'll change today. We'll see. For the spider cookie, I once again just kind of free-handed it, and it turned out surprisingly well because I am the worst piper. It's bad. But if you take the time to like make a stencil or something, I think that it could turn out absolutely perfect because it's a pretty simple design. And the hexagon shape really worked for the edges of the web. We did it. We made the spooky cookies. I think that the wreaths turned out a smidge better than the spider webs just because I had to like draw with icing, which let me just say I'm pretty happy with how they turned out, granted my piping skills. So not hating on it. I think that they're super fun, very spooky, very festive. I am so happy I realized that hack for the freaking Rice Krispies, because let me tell you, if you make these, that part is a hassle. So really happy that I figured that out. And I think that these turned out great, and they actually do taste really good. So I hope you enjoyed this creepy cookie creation. I'm sorry, I'm so annoying. A Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope that you had a lovely time with your family and friends, and that you got to create something fun and festive, and however you celebrate or whatever themes you go with, I hope that you went buck wild and that you just had so much fun with it like I did. And thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed, and feel free to hit that subscribe button because more spooky videos are coming. There are so many things in store that I have planned, I am excited for, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you in my next one. Bye! Yeah.
That's delicious.